Welcome back. Today I have not come prepared with anything, no topic at all. I had some house chores to do today. Apart from the chamber, I had to finish that, and then I have come. So what happens is that what you were thinking about talking, it just goes from your head, right? It happens when you do house chores, which is so boring. So this is one of my dresses which I got altered the other day. It fits me so well now. Actually, I was thinking of talking about favoritism, and since I am not in a mood to talk about it now, let's do it some other day. Okay? Not today, some other day. So what is happening in your place, wherever you are? It's a sunny day here. And it was good to be back in the chamber today. And India is so different because Prime Minister has returned from Bali. Have you been to Bali? Anybody? I know some of my friends, some of people that I know who had been to Bali. And it's a place almost like Goa, probably. A lot of beaches. And that's the most striking part of Bali, Indonesia, right? I don't know what Modi ji saw they're going, but at least they got to take a trip, as I said yesterday, to the mangrove forest. That's the best part. I asked him what's the best part that you had in Bali, the summit. When I went for a seminar when I was working in Gulf school, my superior never used to send me to any seminar. So one day I requested her, ma'am, what is that you're not sending me for any seminars? Everybody gets to go, but you don't send me at all. So then she sent me for a good seminar on the theme Love, Learn, Live. I still remember, it is not that order, I think, but it is 3 L's, and I really I was so impressed by the theme. I said I was looking forward for a good seminar, and then I went there. It's the first ever in my life I have attended a seminar. I've never gone to attend any seminars until then, and reading the theme, I felt it's very interesting. I went there. I sat there for, it was an hour, I think, and then I came back. In the sense, I didn't come back. After the seminar, you have some other steps, like you have to. The best part was that they asked me to write about the takeaway that you have. And I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, what is the takeaway? What can I write? Because, I didn't enjoy the seminar. It was not like what I expected it to be. The theme as it said, you could have made it so well, but that day it was not well, and it didn't go well. And so I was kind of, expectations is the cause for disappointment, they say. So I was disappointed, and so when they asked me for a takeaway, I have no idea what to write there, and I thought about it, and then I wrote. Since this is the first time that I ever attended a seminar, I've learned some things of what kind of changes you can do when you have a seminar in our school. In sense, whatever I found that was not going right in that place, probably I could just come back and make a note of it and improve when we conduct a seminar in our school. That's what I meant. So takeaway is really important. Wherever you go, you have some takeaway, especially if it is formal. Even in formal things, you have takeaway. In the sense, if you attend a wedding, you have some kind of takeaway. Or you go for a movie, you have some takeaway. If you are just one of the audiences, you have some takeaway. If you are a participant, you have some takeaway. So that's how it is, and that word I really liked it that day. I said, let me just make a note of it and think on what is the takeaway from each day. From each day, whatever we do, we have a takeaway. So what is it like? Is the light okay, or can I just change it in some way? So that's about it. Okay, so since Prime Minister had gone to attend the summit, I just said, what is the takeaway? Just tell what is the takeaway. Let's see what it is. There's so much. Today I read a lot of news, in fact, current affairs from around the world. So let's put that question. Okay, let's talk about how important is current affairs. Does it have any relevance in our life? Is it a good habit to keep in touch with the current affairs, or is it just a waste of time? Like some people say, some people think that it is a waste of time, but for me, I've learned that current affairs, getting in touch with it is one way for me. I've said this before probably. It is one way I can improve my vocabulary, my reading skills, and most importantly, when you spend some time reading current affairs or keeping in touch with the current affairs, you have different thoughts other than the monotonous thoughts that you have when you are kind of leading a, what do you say, I don't know whether I can use a word, dull life, in the sense when you are, whatever you are doing is monotonous. At those times what happens is that your thoughts are so boring, and you don't want that kind of thoughts. You want something different of a higher level. So for that, to improve yourself and get yourself to that level, current affairs plays a great role. So that's the reason I read because the thoughts that I usually have to encounter while living in this kind of surrounding, I don't like them. So to keep myself to the different level, it's nice to read about the current affairs. It's nice to keep, to know what is happening around the world, and it helps you keep a different level of thoughts, and that's the reason I read it. So I feel that if you are in touch with current affairs, it's not going to harm you in any way. It depends on the filter that you use. You don't have to read everything. Just read the informations or the articles that you feel is helping you in some way. Like some people like reading a lot about the murders and the deaths that happen, all the negative things that is happening in the world, but I usually don't read it. Maybe I just glance it, but I don't give much importance to all those things. It's all a part of life, but I don't burden myself reading that too much. What I like to read is about things that are interesting and informative, and it gives you a good feeling reading about it. Something is happening around the world, it gives a good feeling. So those are the kind of news that I invest into, not the death and sickness and all those things. I don't invest into that. It's none of my interest. Of course, it's all a part of the world, but then I just glance at it and it's okay. I just don't spend a lot of time into it as much as I spend in other informations. So that's my view. So what is your view on that? Is reading or being in touch with the current affairs a good habit, or is it a waste of time? Okay, something is wrong with the lighting. So I was thinking today is Friday. I don't know why. I was about to tell you that weekends I'm taking an off and writing a story. It's been so long I've not written a story. Can you hear the bird sound? A lot of birds. There's a lot of greenery around, so because of that there are a lot of birds which come here. And I've not made a vlog in Hindi from so many days. Probably we will make one tomorrow, the last day of the week. After that we're heading into another weekend break, and then back on Monday probably. Okay, Yesterday I went out walking, and as I said, I've gained some weight now. My weight loss schedule is put on hold as of now. Now I am not supposed to lose any weight, so I'm trying to gain a little weight. In the sense, I've gained it, and I just want to keep this constant and stick to this. So how do we do that? People are very familiar with how to lose weight, but they have no idea how to maintain the weight that you are in. Or I've seen people who gain some weight. So my situation as of now is like I've come to a stage where I just want to keep this constant and not gain anymore or lose anymore. So I've come to that stage. So for that, you definitely have to check on the activity that you have, and as well on your food that you take, right? So the food that you have been taking must be constant, and you should not reduce on that. And at the same time, your activity level has to be maintained. You must be active, and so that's what I'm trying to do. So what I did, it's so funny, I went walking half the distance. In the sense, my usual distance is about 1 hour, so I didn't do that yesterday. I walked for half an hour and came back in public transport, bus service. And before that, I have seen some snack shops here and there, the local vendor kinds, and so I bought some eatables from there while coming. So yesterday I had and that person had all the snacks, you won't believe, all the snacks, in the sense all the fried items. So I intentionally bought some of them, and I had 2 yesterday, and today I had 3. In fact, I have to have my lunch after this, so at that time I'll be having 1. And why am I doing it? For 2 reasons. One is that I just want to try out most of his snacks and to decide, so that the next time I go there, I'm going to get what is nice, and not to buy the things that was not good. Like I bought samosas yesterday. So this was kind of a samosa which was shaped like the Punjabi samosa, but the feeling was of the South Indian samosa. Do you know that there are 2 kinds of samosas? One is the South Indian samosa, the other one is the Punjabi samosa, which they call. Everything is different. Not only the shape of it, the Punjabi samosa usually has a mountain shape, it stands, while the South Indian samosa sleeps. It's down like that, and even the feeling is totally different. So this samosa which I bought yesterday looked like a Punjabi samosa, but it tasted like a South Indian samosa, and that's not it. It was not good. Totally disappointed buying that. And why was it not good? Because the outer part was not crisp. It was kind of very soft and gentle. It was more like wheat. I don't know what samosas are made of. Probably they're made of maida, but there is some crispiness outside which we want in samosas, right? So I have not been having any snacks from last many months, because as I told you, I was into losing weight, and now that I am in a stage of maintaining the weight, I have to eat some of these things. If I don't, then my activity will be more than what I'm taking. So because of that reason, I went to these places, checked on them, and there's something called as aloo bhaji, the round one, which is here they call it bonda, and that was really tasty. And they have chilies. You've seen a long chilies, not the fat one. Both of them are fried actually. You get pakoras made of huge chilies, where they slit it and they fill some kind of masalas inside and fried. That is there, and that is not the only one. You also get the long chilies. That person had long chilies. They had egg fry, egg bonda, or whatever you call it, egg dipped in some batter and fried. right? And they had all the things and the swadas, different kind of. So it's nice. So that's the update on my weight loss story as of now. Okay, it's a success. I've come to a stage where I have to just maintain it. It's not as easy as you think it is. It's difficult, but you have to. So balance your activity and your intake. That's it. If you can do that, you will be able to stick to this weight. Okay, so I'll be back tomorrow, the last day of the week, with some topic probably. And stay happy, stay fit, and that's it. Okay? I hope in some people who watch this, they find some kind of happiness or relief hearing my talk, because I talk a lot. I usually don't talk like this, but intentionally I'm just spending some time doing a video because it will help me in future in the task that I'm going to take up officially. And so talking is very important, and to overcome any kind of hesitations and to keep up. As I said, another idea is to keep your thoughts different. Don't stick to the monotonous thoughts that you have. Keep a variety in that. It helps in that as well. Okay, so कल का व्लॉग होगा हिंदी में. हम कोशिश करेंगे कि किसी अच्छे इंटरेस्टिंग से टॉपिक पे बात करें, और फिर कल मिलते हैं. टेक केयर.